The FBI is investigating a possibly alleged criminal organization that Matt Whitaker was part of. Now, Matt Whitaker is unfortunately overseeing the FBI as acting Attorney General and should recuse himself when it comes to the investigation of the company that he was involved in, World Patent Marketing. But since he refuses to recuse himself from the Russia investigation, and since we're now dealing with an executive branch that flaunts its potential criminal behavior right in front of our eyes, who knows what the future holds? But let me give you the details on what the FBI is looking into. The Bureau is investigating or conducting a criminal investigation of a Florida company accused of scamming millions of customers during the period that Matthew Whitaker, the acting U.S. Attorney General, served as a paid advisory board member. So what did this company do? Well, World Patent Marketing, based in Miami Beach, shut down last year after being accused by the FTC of scamming customers out of $26 million. The company charged would-be inventors thousands of dollars to patent and promote their inventions, but actually provided almost no real services and threatened those who complained. So one of those people who threatened inventors if they complained was Matthew Whitaker. In fact, acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker has said that he's not aware of any fraudulent activity. However, apparently he used his position of power to basically go after people who threatened to press charges against him. And yeah, so acting Attorney General said that he was going to go after people if they said that they were gonna complain.
Okay, yeah. So let me explain a little bit further. So he was an advisory board member of the company and he was paid to do that. And it's funny how cheap you could buy politicians, but remember, no one knew Matthew Whitaker at the time. He was just a US attorney in Iowa. He was part of the group that the Bush administration put pressure on to politicize the US Attorney's Office, and he did. He was one of the ones that participated in that politicization. I'm sure you're very surprised by that at this point. And so he gets out of that office and he gets paid. You know how much he got paid? $9,375. That's it. You can buy these guys pretty cheap. And but what he did was the worst part of it. So there's two parts that are particularly hideous. He's the guy who would write the letter saying that there's a 2015 email that the authorities have on the company's behalf to unhappy customers, citing his background as a former US attorney and threatening the customer with, quote, serious civil and criminal consequences if they complain. Now, you understand what happens? They have an invention, they go to the company says, oh, I'm gonna patent it and I'm gonna promote it. They don't do any of that. Then the guy goes, wait, what happened to my invention? They hired Matthew Whitaker as an advisory board member to specifically threaten these people. How dare you ask for your invention, okay? And that you ask us to do the services that we provided. We could arrest you for that. And the guy's a former US attorney, scares the bejesus out of people. What a goon. What, I mean, these guys have, and all for $9,375. So now the second galling part is, they're caught, they pay $26 million in fines because they did it. And they pay that to the FTC. Now the FBI is investigating criminal action. So the civil action is clear, it's already done. They already paid the $26 million fine. Now there's a criminal investigation. Well, you're now in charge of the FBI. Of course you have to recuse yourself. If the FBI was looking into whether you robbed a bank and you said, well, no, I'm gonna decide whether I robbed a bank or not. No, you don't get to decide that. But the galling part is, even before we got to that, since they paid the $26 million fine, a lot of people who are on their advisory board gave back the fee. They're like, whoa, well, I don't want to be associated with that. No, I'll give back the fee so that you could pay back the people who were defrauded, right? Not Whitaker. Whitaker refused to give it back. Goon through and through, total thug. Take an important office like the US Attorney's Office, use it for his own personal profit to threaten other people unjustly. When he's caught with his hand in the cookie jar, won't give the cookie back to the people who were already defrauded. That's who Matthew Whitaker is. And now they're like, well, I mean, FBI is investigating you, the company that you were part of, you were an advisory board member for. Nope, not gonna recuse myself. Well, see, that's what Donald Trump hired him for. He didn't hire him to do investigations. He hired him to stop investigations.
There are not many, but I'm seeing some commentary from the left regarding how some people have covered the firing of Jeff Sessions and how, look, we should be celebrating right now. Jeff Sessions is a hideous person, terrible guy. It's great that he's no longer the Attorney General. But I feel like people should have learned this very important lesson by now. Nothing good ever comes out of the Trump administration, period. Even when you think there's the potential of something good happening, he always delivers a blow to people on the left, progressives, anybody who believes in the rule of law. Of course he's gonna replace Jeff Sessions with someone who's actually somehow miraculously worse than Jeff Sessions. Because this acting Attorney General, Whittaker, he has a background in saying racist, xenophobic things as well. But he adds that extra layer of criminality, potential criminality. And he, again, refuses to recuse himself in the Russia investigation. He should be recusing himself here when it comes to the FBI investigating the company that he was involved in. But who knows what he's gonna do? I mean, the Trump administration fledged the news cycle with so much crap that it's so easy to move on to the next drama, the next tragedy, the next whatever Trump is involved in.
Look, guys, I gotta clarify something that's really important based on what Anna said. So that argument of, well, I mean, Mike Pence would be just as bad, he might be even more. No, stop it, you're not getting it, okay? Mike Pence is a terrible guy, we all agree to that. And could he be slightly more effective on policy than Donald Trump? Sure, whatever, maybe, but maybe not, by the way. Because Donald Trump at least can empower his base to get action done. Mike Pence couldn't empower his own wife or his own family members. I don't mean to pick on his wife, she's more powerful than he is. But that's not the point, guys. It's rule of law. Mike Pence is a person within the sphere of democracy. And so maybe like other Republicans, he might cheat around the edges. Donald Trump doesn't care about democracy. He doesn't care at all. I mean, he says, oh, maybe we should redo this Arizona election because we're losing. Well, the ones that we're winning in Florida, stop the counting. He would destroy democracy in a second, and he's actively trying to do it now. Wake up. This isn't like, oh, who's more conservative? Whose policies don't we agree with more? No, the guy's an absolute mortal threat to democracy. If you don't understand that, I can't help you. No, any Republican in that light is infinitely better than this thug wannabe dictator, Donald Trump. How could you not understand that? Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.